how you doing?
Good stuff here, buddy. Except for the wind. How did you
In
find the episode, man? Episode 8.
What a great ending. A great way to end what possibly could be the end of the series.
Yeah.
It was good. It was very good. Would love to see season 2,
What
but
would you
yeah, it
What would
was
you rate season 1 out of 10?
honestly I'm gonna have to go 9.2.
9.2 out of 10.
I would love to give it a 10, but there is a couple of parts that didn't
Right.
jive. But overall, this is me. It's
Yeah, solid
probably one
9
of
for
the.
sure.
It's. I think it's the best Star Wars live that we've gotten since season 1 of The Mandalorian.
Is that Undersecretary Farah I see? One of my most dedicated citizens.
Was the supervisor what you expected?
Honestly, after I saw what Wendell cooked for him and Wim for supper,
Oh.
I'm sure the supervisor, the real supervisor, saw shit like that and said, "Nah, out of here.
I'm
We're gonna program a robot to do our shit."
a big
I,
astromech head up in a tower.
yeah, actually, you're the one that brought that up, and yeah, I bought into it really quick, and there was no surprise when they got up there. The amount of dust, you knew right out of the gate.
That's right.
Soon,
There was nothing
soon as
living up
Jod,
there.
soon as Jod rubbed his hand across that and like half-inch of dust come off, yeah, there ain't nobody up there living at all.
I felt like he was taken out too easily. Like, just a lightsaber to the eye, and that was it. Like,
It's
he had a
very
bunch
strange.
of arms there. There was a bunch of other droids in the room. I feel like that could have been a better fight sequence.
It should have been, but did you? I don't know if you noticed, whenever whenever the supervisor looked at Jod, the light was red, and
Right.
whenever it would switch over and look at Fern and Farah, it was blue.
I didn't catch that the first time.
So it I watched it a couple of times, and it kind of looked like it was, it didn't always constantly do it, but
It's
enough
just
to say that the supervisor knew Jod was a fraud.
another character that didn't trust
He's a
John.
pirate trying to invade the mint!
As I suspected. Seize the impostor.
Did you think we were going to lose any of the characters at any point there?
Uh, Honestly, no. I think it has. I know they played it. I know they played it out to make it look like there was a possibility of losing KB,
Yeah.
but
And Jod was also a bit trigger happy up there in the supervisor tower and pointing his saber at Wendell. I don't know. I was starting to wonder. I was like, man, we could lose somebody this season. This could be, a big thing.
I just didn't. I don't know whether it's because it was more based around the children. I didn't think they were going to put that kind of heartbreak into
Right.
it,
Uh,
because you have to
You're
play it out
absolutely
to
right.
all audiences. I was heartbroken when Brutus died. It sucked that he died. I wasn't heartbroken, but can you imagine if they would have killed one of the kids off?
right. Jeez, eh?
Mm, that
KB was definitely the closest.
definitely not the play. KB, man, she didn't have well, obviously she had a big enough part in the episode, but to have her and SM-33 come back and fly the ship.
Yeah,
Um,
that must have been what she was doing while they were going to the tower. She fixed up the SM-33 back kind of deal.
Yeah, she just had to hold his head. So I was wrong. Obviously, it wasn't the little rat-like thing that fixed them, but it was cool to have SM-33 back.
Indeed.
The frigate, man, there was some great videography around the frigate.
There really was.
Some of those scenes were just, they're awesome. It was super cool.
So Neo used the gun just like we predicted.
Yep, which is super cool as well.
The one that Hana showed him on at Akram or at Akron. I never did get that straightened away. That planet just came and went.
Yeah, it's I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the rest of the worlds, but hey, there's always a possibility that that's going to happen down the road, obviously.
That's right.
We made it.
Wendell. Wendell played such a great part.
Wendell had so many good lines. Like when he landed that speeder after the big jump, I thought for sure he was gonna say "wizard." He just got like really excited, like clapped his hands or whatever. That was great, man.
Yeah. Friggin' punching John in the face. Oh,
Yeah,
he got to do what...
John must be getting used to that now.
Yeah, well, he got to do what a lot of us wanted to do.
That's right.
He was definitely one of the heroes. He was definitely one of the heroes for...
His best line was when he said that he was a level 7 systems coordinator.
Yeah.
Wim lit right up. Get the bike.
Can you turn them on?
Son, you are talking to a level 7 systems coordinator. Get the bike.
Yeah, obviously, John didn't buy into it, but when Wim claimed to have called in the X-Wings with the crystal of the Founders.
Yeah.
What the hell are the crystals of the Founders? I was really hoping at some point that there would be some type of Jedi temple or something at Atten, but obviously they ran out of time.
There could still be, right?
Yeah.
If we did get a season 2, or some spin-off, what do you think would happen? What answers didn't you get this time that you would like answered?
Well, what happened to John?
Right?
Like the frigate's gone.
I'm willing to bet they'll all be imprisoned. They'll all be in some kind of prison system like on Andor.
But is he? That's the thing, right? Is he enough? Does he have enough of the Force that he can actually get away? I thought it was very interesting when they were leaving at the end when they were leaving the supervisor tower when Wim called out to John. It's almost
that was
like
heartwarming.
Wim
could sense the good in him, probably.
You could tell there was that attachment there, and he did feel that honestly that overall he was good deep inside.
The brightest
whether
scenes
he
was when Wim ignited the lightsaber. Everything was pure white, and then when then it showed Jod, and he was in a very bright scene, and I feel like that was showing that they were showing light side. They had a light aura.
Yeah. The Onyx Cinder, are they gonna fix it? Like if they I'm sure that's going to become the kids. They are going to let the kids keep that ship.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but
I would say that if there's a season 2, Wim is gonna still have the lightsaber and say, "No, Dad, I want to keep the lightsaber." And Wendell's like, "Well, if you're gonna have the lightsaber, you might as well learn the Force." And shows him, takes him someplace like, when I was a kid, we used to hang it over here. People said it was an old Jedi temple, and I feel like that's a path maybe Wim could go down, and I think the girls are gonna take the ship.
Well, I honestly think that they're going to write it in. Obviously, that Wim's going to be a pilot in the New Republic, and you could just see it in his eyes. When,
oh yeah, he was fascinated by those ships. He had that.
well,
had that glow.
To see the CR-90 at the end, that was super cool. The B-Wings, I don't have a lot of experience with the B-Wings, but I thought the B-Wings...
If they were in many episodes of anything, but as soon as I seen them, I was like, oh, it's laser time.
Laser time, boys!
Super cool. But yeah, overall, great series, and I'm glad that we gave it a chance.
Yes, sir.
And I'm hoping that people that didn't watch it week by week, do give it an opportunity.
There is a lot of people that, don't follow it week to week. They would rather binge this thing. Like, one of my buddies watched it this week, and he loved it.
Yeah.
He said it was a great show.
No, well, it was very...
There's a lot of world building and character development, and I will definitely be watching this one in the years to come.
We had a little Force. We had a lightsaber.
Yeah.
But
we had a hut.
A hut. But it was... There was so much separation from what the normal galaxy with the Jedi we're used to.
Yes.
And I think that was very refreshing.
Yeah, this is a good introductory show for people. I feel like you'd show this one to your kids, or you'd show it to a friend and get them into it. Like, if they're not necessarily a big Star Wars fan, they could watch this and get everything that's going on. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week to see what kind of shenanigans we get up to.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.